I prayed for this and it happened.
From Fabrizio Romano, revealing Newcastle's secret transfer plan. To Newcastle, emerging as favourites to land a target who has recently turned down a fresh deal. To a Sky Sports exclusive, as Newcastle have been handed a major injury boost ahead of their final 6 games of the season.
Wow! Beautiful!
Shocking update on Joe Willock. Plus, what does Amanda Staveley's recent resignation actually mean for Newcastle? Join us as we break it all down.
Let's go!
Starting off, according to Fabrizio Romano, Newcastle United may have to adjust their transfer plans for the summer due to financial fair play, FFP regulations. The club's significant spending since the Saudi takeover has resulted in achievements such as qualifying for the Champions League, reaching the Carabao Cup final, and being in contention for European qualification. However, the club might need to curb their spending and explore the free transfer market, as Romano exclusively told Give 'em a Sport. In the past 2 years, Newcastle has made several notable signings, including Sven Botman, Kieran Trippier, Bruno Guimaraes, Sandro Tonali, Anthony Gordon, and Alexander Isak, who have commanded decent-sized transfer fees. Players like Guimaraes and Isak have particularly impressed during their time at the club and have been considered for Premier League Team of the Season spots. While recent signings like Harvey Barnes, Tino Livramento, and Lewis Hall have also bolstered the team, Newcastle may need to adhere to financial fair play guidelines, potentially necessitating selling big-name players or limiting their spending in the upcoming transfer window. Romano hinted at the likelihood of at least one free agent signing for the club. Since the takeover in October 2022, Newcastle has spent substantial sums of money, with a reported net spend of £340 million during that period, according to Transfermarkt. FFP regulations may require the club to sell players in order to make new acquisitions. Should they fail to comply, they could face consequences such as a points deduction, similar to what Everton, Nottingham Forest, and Leicester City have previously experienced. While Newcastle already has a strong squad under manager Eddie Howe, there may be a need for some depth in certain positions. However, any potential superstar signings may only be feasible if the club sells players first. Fabrizio Romano suggests that Newcastle United will focus on scouting potential free agents as they navigate the restrictions imposed by FFP regulations and seek to make cost-effective signings for the upcoming season. Speaking exclusively to Give 'em a Sport on Tuesday afternoon, Romano claimed that Newcastle will enter the free market to scout any diamonds. They will try to find some opportunity on the market. I think there will be at least one free agent signing for Newcastle this summer, so at least one will happen from what I understand. Then we will see if they will find some other opportunities. Newcastle will be busy with opportunities, but I think based on what they will do with the outgoings, there could also be some opportunity for some important players to join Newcastle, he said. Newcastle United has been linked with a couple of players who will be out of contract in the summer. The first player is Lloyd Kelly from Bournemouth. Kelly has been a key performer for Bournemouth, and Newcastle manager Eddie Howe, who previously worked with Kelly at Bournemouth, could be interested in bringing him to Newcastle, especially with injuries to Jamal Lascelles and the aging Fabian Schär. Newcastle United is reportedly stepping up their efforts to sign Kelly, who can play as a centre-back or left-back. Sources suggest that Newcastle is seen as the favourites to secure his signature, despite interest from Tottenham Hotspur, Liverpool, AC Milan, and Juventus. Kelly has turned down Bournemouth's latest offer and can move on a free transfer in the summer. Eddie Howe has previously praised Lloyd Kelly, highlighting his leadership capabilities and potential. However, it's worth noting that Kelly has been plagued by injuries in the last 4 seasons, missing a significant number of games. In the last 4 seasons, Lloyd Kelly has missed 85 games due to injury, an average of 21 games a season. This injury record raises concerns about his fitness and makes him a risky signing, even as a free transfer. Another player Newcastle United is interested in is Tosin Adarabioyo from Fulham. Adarabioyo is also out of contract and has reportedly attracted interest from Manchester United. However, Newcastle could offer him more game time and a young, ambitious environment that might suit him better in the Northeast. Despite Newcastle's interest, Tottenham is seen as the favourites to sign Adarabioyo and are hoping to convince him to move to London. But tell me, who would you prefer between the two centre-backs? Then moving on, Newcastle United has taken young Arsenal goalkeeper Noah Cooper on trial. Cooper, an 18-year-old goalkeeper, will be leaving Arsenal at the end of the season after being informed that he will not be offered a professional contract. As he searches for a new club, Newcastle has decided to give him an opportunity to showcase his skills. Cooper recently featured in Newcastle's Under-18 2-1 defeat against Blackburn Rovers, and might have another chance to play when Liverpool visits on Tuesday night. Previously, Cooper spent 7 years at Crystal Palace before joining Arsenal. He played a significant role in Arsenal's run to the final of the FA Youth Cup during the 2022-23 season. Reflecting on his experience of playing against Newcastle at St James's Park in the fourth round of the FA Youth Cup, Cooper expressed his excitement about the opportunity to play at iconic stadiums and how it contributes to his development as a player. He also mentioned his aspiration to reach the first-team level, which serves as a driving force for his progression. During his time with Arsenal, Cooper has made 26 appearances for the Under-18 and broke into the Under-21 squad last season, making his debut in the Premier League 2 against Everton. Additionally, he has been named as a substitute in Arsenal's UEFA Youth League group stage matches this season. Then, according to Sky Sports' Keith Downie, Newcastle United has received a significant injury boost ahead of their final 6 games of the 2023-24 season. Callum Wilson, who has been sidelined with a pectoral injury since February's match against Nottingham Forest, has returned to full first-team training. Wilson underwent surgery on his chest and has been working on his recovery to make a comeback. While it remains uncertain if Wilson will be ready for Newcastle's upcoming match against Crystal Palace, his return to training is a positive development for the team. Wilson's presence will provide manager Eddie Howe with an additional attacking option in the final month of the season. This is particularly important as Alexander Isak has been the only fit striker for Newcastle, and his workload has been heavy, playing 90 minutes in every game. Wilson's return would offer the team another goal-scoring threat, as he has scored 7 goals in 16 Premier League appearances this season. So the news of Callum Wilson's return to full first-team training is a major injury boost for Newcastle United. His comeback from a pectoral injury provides manager Eddie Howe with another attacking option and goal-scoring threat as they enter the final stretch of the 2023-24 season. However, according to recent developments, Newcastle United will face a Premier League run-in without midfielder Joe Willock, as they compete with teams like West Ham United and Manchester United for European qualification. Willock's latest injury blow involves his troublesome Achilles, and it has been decided that he should rest the injury to ensure he is fully fit for pre-season. While it was determined that Willock could potentially continue playing, the plan is to implement a combination of rest and strength work to address the Achilles issue in preparation for the upcoming pre-season. Newcastle manager Eddie Howe aims to resolve the problem permanently, and considering Willock's recent below-par performances, it is deemed best to end his campaign early. Throughout the 2023-24 season, the 24-year-old has been troubled by this ongoing Achilles problem. Consequently, Willock's playing time has been limited to 9 starts and 5 substitute appearances, during which he has scored 2 goals. Howe has been affected by Willock's absence, as he highly values the midfielder's energy and ability to carry the ball. However, the return to fitness of Elliot Anderson provides another midfield option for the head coach. Anderson's statistics from FBref indicate remarkable performance levels, ranking him in the top 3% of all midfielders in Europe's top 5 leagues for categories such as ball carries, successful take-ons, progressive passes, and touches in the opponent's box. Anderson's defensive and shooting metrics are also exceptional, highlighting his potential as a special talent at just 21 years old. Additionally, there is still hope that Joelinton, who is recovering from a thigh injury, will be able to feature before the end of the season. Then recent updates regarding Amanda Staveley, Jamie Rubin, and Darren Eales have caused a dramatic reaction among some Newcastle United fans and neutrals. These updates were sourced from Companies House, which provides public access to information about various businesses, including Newcastle United. Companies, including Newcastle United, are required to file their activities and any changes in their boardrooms with Companies House. When the latest updates related to Newcastle United were shared on social media, it generated a significant response from certain individuals. However, the reality is not as sensational as the initial reaction might suggest. While the updates pertain to a company named Newcastle United, it is not the main Newcastle United company that represents the football club. The company in question, with the company number 05981582, is a dormant company associated with Newcastle United since its establishment in 2006. In this particular Newcastle United company, Amanda Staveley and Jamie Rubin have resigned, and Darren Eales has been appointed as the sole director. Previously, individuals like Lee Charnley were listed as nominal single directors. On the day of the takeover on October 7th, 2021, Lee Charnley resigned as a director of this dormant NUFC company, and Amanda Staveley and Jamie Rubin were appointed as directors on the same day. The main Newcastle United company, with company number 000311014, still has the following listed directors: Yasir Al-Rumayyan, Amanda Staveley, Jamie Rubin, Asma Mohammed Rezish, and Abdul Majid Ahmed Al-Hagbani. These individuals are associated with the official Newcastle United club. So the whole issue regarding Amanda Staveley's resignation, as Jordan of the Newcastle World said, in short, it means very little. Then if you want to know the recent £28 million deal Newcastle have just sealed, click the video link on screen now.